There are a lot of sightings of something called the Jersey Devil. There's sightings of all kinds of things, fairies, ghosts, Sasquatch, or Bigfoot. Now, I personally think that it's possible that Sasquatch or Bigfoot does exist. I don't think it's likely, but I think it's possible. Okay, having said that, one thing that I'm reminded of, and I think this point needs to be made and repeated, is that you don't need to be a mentally ill person to have a hallucination or to misinterpret what you see. I think that in the case of the Jersey Devil, which I don't believe exists, because it's not really a cryptid, it's more supernatural folklore story. The person could have seen a sandhill crane, a hammerhead bat, or most likely a very large owl. You know, owls can kind of, their eyes after dark can look kind of red. And if somebody is scared and they're looking at something from a distance or they're looking at something after dark, it's likely that kind of the mind will automatically fill in certain parts. You know, you'll see the Jersey Devil parts in addition to the parts that actually are there, like the wings and the red eyes. And thus, the owl becomes a, you know, supernatural creature or a very bizarre creature rather than just an owl. And a hammerhead bat, well, it has some of the characteristics associated with the Jersey Devil, which supposedly has a head that's described as either like a dog's or like a horse's head, usually a horse's head, and also has wings on its back, large wings. And the hammerhead bat does, in fact, have a head and face that very much resembles a horse. Okay, and anyway, I think you need to we need to reiterate that the people who see these things are not crazy people. They're not necessarily drunk either, which is often an explanation that's given. They're not drunk or high. Um, they're often seeing something after dark and they're scared and they're seeing something that is actually there, but they're misinterpreting it or misidentifying it because kind of the brain will automatically, put in certain parts from things that they've heard about. Um, as far as like the legends of Sasquatch and Yeti and Yowies and other things like that, I think it's at least possible that one reason these um, things occur everywhere, one thing that could have led to them or played a part in them, is that there are human beings who have um, disorders that cause extreme hair growth, extreme body hair growth. And their entire bodies can be covered with very long, thick hair. So, you know, if somebody sees that from a distance, if they see it after dark, they might very well think that's another species. I mean, it could have led to something like that. I'm not saying it did. I'm saying it's a possibility. And also, people tend to see patterns even where there's no real patterns. And, they will see images. The brain just kind of automatically fills it in. And this is true of normal people, not crazy people. I've never hallucinated. I'm a mentally ill person. I have been unable to support myself. My mental illness is extremely severe. It interferes with my living a normal life. It interferes with my doing a lot of normal things that people take for granted.